staff to be able to supervise the works. I must say that the Finance Ministry has since issued a warrant for the recruitment of new engineers who would be trained to be able to carry out supervision of these roads. The next thing I want to talk about is the asset load control reforms. If you have been watching the ministry, one of the biggest challenges we have is the asset load regime. And you will notice that whenever government changes, there's this tendency for people to be interested in managing asset load stations. My brothers and sisters, whatever money we collect in terms of penalties, and let me repeat, whatever you pay with respect to asset loading is not a fee. It's a penalty for wrongdoing. So our aim is to make sure that asset loading would, the accruals will be zero. If the accruals become zero, what it means is that people have stopped overloading. No amount of money we collect in terms of penalties on asset loading can ever be enough to repair the damages caused by trackers along on our roads. Those of you who have seen part of the road Agona Junction to Takwa, which was done less than a year ago, part of the reason that road is almost gone is partly because of asset loading, not entirely because of that. But many other roads across our country are in a very deplorable state. We intend to do something about this, and then we have recommended a stiffer penalty regime for those who would not abide by the rule and overload. So you will see that the fees and charges that will come up, we are intending to hike the penalty for overloading on our road from 5,000 Ghana cedi to 50,000. You shouldn't be worried. It's just like saying that if you steal, you'll be jailed for life. You will say that is high-handedness. But what about considering not stealing? Then you have no reason to spend even a day in prison. So we are increasing the penalties for overloading from 5,000 to 50,000. We hope that will be additional deterrent for people to make sure they work within the rules. As part of this, we also noticed that the overloading part of the overloading regime is complex. Some people go to Temaport, load within the allowable tonnage. When they get out of the port, they park somewhere and then top up the goods. We are coming up with a regulation. Currently, the penalty is solely on the driver. We intend that the penalty be extended to the owner of the goods. So a portion of the good will be seized, auctioned, and the money put in the road maintenance trust fund. I am sure if you lose half of the goods as a result of overloading, the next time we all work within the limit. So these are all measures aimed at deterrent. No one, in fact, we wish that nobody overloads, nobody gets to pay anything. Nobody loses his or her goods. The next thing is about payment to contractors. It is true that as we speak, government owes contractors at road fund about 7 billion Ghana cedi. And then the GOG component is over 20 billion Ghana cedi. Truth be told, retiring these arrears is not going to be easy. But the finance minister has already made a commitment to pay 4 billion of the arrears this year alone. And I am aware that some contractors, the payment have started. But it's going to take some time for us to retire all this. The question is, how did we build this level of arrears over the years without making the necessary plans to pay them off? The reset means that President Mahama is determined to retire this. But before then, the finance minister ordered an audit of some of the certificates. And what we are seeing on some of those occasions are not things we are happy about. There are instances where a certificate at Road Fund was transferred to GOG for payment, and somehow both certificates were paid. I.e., Road Fund paid it and GOG paid it. We need a regime that is able to detect all these things and make sure that we don't pay for things that we did not consume. I know you have a lot you want to ask, so I would limit what I want to say and rather listen to you. Maybe you have more issues. But what I want to recap is this, that since we came, we went around the country to see for ourselves the condition of roads. And I must say that the conditions where you are is not different from where I am. It's in a very deplorable state. The president wants to make an impact. And the big push is just one of the interventions. The new maintenance regime is the second thing. Prudence in the way of we award projects to match the awards with resources is a third thing. We are also working with other stakeholders to make sure that the quality of roads we deliver will be better than we've ever seen. We intend to upscale all this to support the 24-hour economy drive. And one of the things we are going to do with the big push is that all big push projects are going to be done 24/7 around the clock. So all the projects will be carried out 24/7. That is why we are confident that maybe a project that to take 36 months, we are believing that it can be done within 24 months. And then I must congratulate all those contractors who have already started working 24 hours on their site to make sure that we're able to complete this project in time. And let me repeat, Big Push is not a constituency-specific intervention. It is to interconnect our regions and open up very critical corridors. Upper corridor from Wa to Bolga, Eastern corridor right from Tema all the way through Oti, Basa and beyond. Western corridor all the way from Takrady all the way to Wa, and then deal with the issues of congestion in our cities. That is the outer ring roads of Kumasi, Sunyani, Tamale. All of them which have already been scheduled and commencement warrants issued for those projects to be awarded. So we are ready to go, and within 3 weeks maximum, you should see that the president will be cutting short for some of these things. There's also an issue about the rest of the roads, which the finance minister talked about in terms of about